Welcome to Live from KIG, located at 220 South Peters Road, just up from Fantasy World. You know the address. November the 17th, a little cloudy day, expecting some rain here on Rocky Top to wet those dogs as they come rolling it up north from Athens, Georgia. 694-9788. For all your insurance needs, give us a call. Pay the KIG price and please pay no more. Well, insurance has gone crazy. Missouri went crazy on us last Saturday. Let's just dive right into it. 36-7. Our defense, 7 points. We're not going to beat many people in our conference or anybody, period. As a defensive guy, number 7 is going to get the ball 90% of the time. It didn't take a couple of series to figure that out. He went for over 300 total yards on us. Hopefully we can make some adjustments as the Georgia Bulldogs roll into town for a 3:30. Probably the last game we'll see Tennessee on CBS because they're not renewing the contract with the SEC. Right. So one last time to hear, shut up, Gary.
Yeah,
so, shut up, Gary. The winner last week, and it pains my heart to say this because Kevin Painter, the ultimate Georgia Bulldog fan, which will be rolling in, fellow insurance agency owner down there in Blue Ridge, Georgia. He's the mayor down there. He wins the gift card of Regal. He's probably he'll be wearing that proudly up down there in Georgia, live from KIG. Still soft to the touch. We do have just delivered right before the broadcast the long sleeve version of the Live from KIG. This is short sleeve, but we do have long sleeve. So come on by. You know the address. We do have a special guest today. Chris Burleson, my color guy. Got him here. Russell Smith from Fan Run Radio. Come on in here, Russell. Kind of get your take. We're getting a real broadcaster's welcome in. A real broadcaster's view on what your thoughts are going into tomorrow's game.
Well, it doesn't look good, does it? After he looks 36-7 to Missouri, but Missouri's a good team this year. I think they're legit. So, look, it's Georgia's playing well right now. I think that it's kind of a gut check moment for Tennessee and Josh Heupel, and can he get his guys up? That's kind of, to me, the most disappointing thing of last week. It's like, hey, you take your hat off to Missouri. They're the better team for sure this year, but it just doesn't feel like Tennessee showed up.
No.
It doesn't even really feel like they got off the bus. And you could say, well, they're driving late in the first half, chance to score there and take the lead into the half. And, okay, they fumble. Maybe they come out, just get into halftime. Hey, guys, let's all take a deep breath and then see if you can't light a fire under them. And it just didn't happen. So, they're going to have to show up tomorrow and play a complete game. You can't have these, rash of penalties. You can't turn the ball over, all this stuff that's been plaguing Tennessee. They're going to have to play their best game of the season. But it's going to be a big crowd out there, 100,000. I'm sure Dolly's going to be there, so everybody's going to be fired up, man. And I expect it to be I expect it to be a rowdy atmosphere.
That should be definitely a good pregame, game day atmosphere for sure. I think Tony V said Kansas City can have Taylor Swift. We'll take Dolly. So every day,
for sure.
What's your thoughts? I know that everybody's kind of I think Joe Milton, stat wise, other than that one where he hit the running back, which is pee-wee ball, you don't do that, and caused the fumble, which I still think that probably was maybe a forward pass. It's 50-50, but. Thoughts of your callers calling in about pulling him and putting Nico with an N in the game.
Yeah,
what's your thoughts on that?
I don't think it would have made much of a difference last week. Now, if you want to have the conversation, in retrospect, they've been better off just building around Nico from the get-go? Where would they be right now? Maybe they would be, but they did it, and so it's. They're kind of where they are right now. You look at Milton's stats last week, and I don't remember exactly. It was something around 22 of 35, 250 yards. Like
last 3 games.
That's about what he's been doing, right? And so, you got to get. To me, the big stat was the SEC leading rushing offense was held to like 83 yards, and Tennessee could not run the ball.
Yeah.
And they're a better running team than throwing team, obviously. So they're going to have to be able to run the ball tomorrow. They've not been able to do that much against Georgia the past 2 years under Heupel. So I just think, if this team can't run, they're kind of dead in the water.
So you say give up the 10 points for entertainment purposes only.
If I were a wagering man, which I've been known to do from time to time.
It is legal.
Yeah, it is. I would probably lean in Georgia's direction, as much as that pains me to say.
Yeah. Well, with the live wagering, I kind of hope Tennessee scores the first touchdown and get
get a better number.
Better number. Georgia traditionally this year they've kind of came out flat, in my opinion.
Yep.
Second half just shut them out. Because same thing with South Carolina, a couple of games to where they shut them down. They make adjustments at halftime. Hopefully Tennessee can learn a little bit something from that and make those adjustments. So, and you're going to be today at Dick's House of Sport?
Dick's House of Sport, West Town Mall. Come on out and see us. We'll be there from 3 to 6. Former Vol Jay Graham is going to be there in our first hour. And then my good friend Christopher Gabriel from KMJ Fresno is a big radio star from California. It's like the reverse Beverly Hillbillies. He's coming to us to help us out today. So he's going to be out there. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah. Well, make sure you have some moonshine for him to drink on.
Always, yeah.
And also the basketball, Slick Rick's got the guys playing well. We are deep, 7th ranked in the country, going out to Hawaii. We're supposed to be played in Lahaina. But with the Fires, it's going to be in Honolulu. I mean, I think this may be the deepest team that Rick's put on the floor. What's your thoughts on that?
It certainly looks that way. I mean, it's early, 3 games in, but yeah, I mean, Dalton Connect is the real deal. And, that's kind of been one of the knocks on Barnes the past couple of years is the transfer portal. It hasn't worked out, right?
Yeah, we couldn't get anybody.
I've already forgotten the young man's name from last year from Salina, Tyreek Key. Yeah, he had the great game against Gonzaga, kind of like Connect did against Michigan State. And you're like, okay, well, we know what happened with Key. Is this going to be for real? And through the first 3 games, it looks like Connect is going to be for real. So it'd be great to turn that transfer narrative around. And I mean, it's a veteran group. A lot of guys that have played together, a lot of basketball for a long time now. So we know this team is going to be good in the regular season. We know they're going to
regular season Rick.
We know they're going to be in the NCAA tournament, and it's just how far can they take it?
Yeah, I agree. Well, turning to local, Weston Powell plays football tonight at West. The Rebels have got to be favored, or maybe a pick 'em. I mean, playoffs, anything can happen. Bearden goes down to Bradley Central with no chance of making advancing. The Boo Carter show will be in full effect. So, again, pick the score of the Georgia-Tennessee game. Regal gift card sponsored by Regal. Inward Half, our clothing sponsor. We'll put the link in the comments. Chris Will, color guy. Have a great weekend. Thanksgiving coming up. Chicken open. Gettysview might be a wet chicken on Tuesday. Hadn't rained in 3 weeks, and it's supposed to rain 75% on Tuesday, but hopefully not. We'll figure something out.
Game time decisions, possibly.
Game time decision, but fun will be had one way or the other on the golf course. Golf is kind of secondary anyway. Anyway, have a great weekend, and go VOLS.
Coming to you, brought to you by the Knoxville insurance crew. Let's go Big Orange, let's go VOLS. Coming at you from 220 South Peters Road, discussing sports insurance and Knoxville happenings. It's live from KIG, yeah, live from KIG.
Go VOLS!